What's up, everybody? It's your boy JD back again with another video. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to hop back in that Reborn Rich. So we have two chapters today for Reborn Rich. What I'm thinking about doing, and I'll let you guys make the decision. I'm thinking about moving beyond Rich to bi-weekly, so like every other week, and do two chapters every time. The reason why is because damn, I forgot the name of the goddamn series. Genius Dark Knight. In order to have that on the channel, it comes out on Thursdays, but I really don't have any space for Thursday. So I was thinking about doing that on Friday. And so instead of Reborn Rich, I'll do, Genius Dark Knight on Friday, next Friday, and then of course Reborn Rich the following Friday, and just keep doing like that. But I'll let you guys decide if that's how you want it. If not, I'll just probably have to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna do it, or where should I really fit it in. I probably could squeeze it in on Thursday, but I don't know. But yeah, I'll let you guys decide if that's something you guys would rather. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into Reborn Rich. See what's in store for today. We got two chapters, so I'm pretty sure some interesting things are going to happen. But before we get into it, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Want to take supporting further. Patreon link is in the description below. Also, join the Otaku Game membership and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video or go live on each channel. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Oh yeah, because I remember now. I was about to say, what the fuck happened? But I remember. We was being a little cocky. We didn't take the IT industry serious. Because I think we died before it ever got there. I never seen him this angry in the 10 years I worked with him. I'm sure your grandfather only directly oversees business deals that involve millions of dollars, while having fancy dinners with important political figures to lobby them up. I mean, you might be right. That's what CEOs of large corporations do, after all. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Why is he getting so mad? However, they have tens of thousands of employees that earn him pocket change, as you put it. And once the pocket change accumulates, they use that money to buy off things like steelworks and build factories overseas. There is no landlord without a tenant, and no employer without employees. A king can't exist without his people. But how about you? You don't have tenants, employees, or people. All you have is a little bit of money, and that's about it. How can you already consider yourself equal to those CEOs and act like one? Pocket change? How can you call it that when it can actually yield millions of dollars in profit? Seon is absolutely right. You like, this man's spitting. I was once a tenant and employee. How can I act like a king when I'm not one? Damn it, I got too carried away and became arrogant. I'm so sorry. I think I see the error in my logic. You're like, well, that was easy. I'm glad you're not a stubborn person. It's cool if you get it. Shall we discuss this again? Which area do you want to invest in this time? I was hoping you have an idea. No, I may be good at sorting out the details, but you're clearly a natural in identifying promising industries. Just say what comes to your mind and I'll look into it. How about online gaming industry? My motherfucking boy. My motherfucking boy. That's what I'm talking about. We here. Online gaming? Yeah, I have two games in mind. Invest 1 billion won in each, and the rest at your own discretion. Gaming, huh? Let's invest a total of 10 billion won this time. I'll invest 1 billion each in those two games, and the rest in many different sectors in smaller quantities. Sure, we'll break even if only one of those investments yield projected profit. But you heard the guy just now. The government will be actively working to expand the IT industry. I'm sure we'll do better than that. 5 years. This great humble guy will be retiring in just 5 years. That's going to be a huge blow. Yeah, that it is. The winter of 1997 was especially cold. Not just physically, but metaphorically, as no one was in the mood to listen to holiday music. And why is that? Why nobody is interested in the holidays? These guys had always held money in their hands and worked comfortably in financial institutions which were never too desperate up to this point. Understanding their confusion, as they probably never experienced the urgent need for the other people's money. I heard the merger negotiation with Sunye Motors was finalized. I think it's fair to say it's time to begin the actual process. Unfortunately, we still haven't signed on the agreement yet, because Sunyang is yet to finish reconstructing the shares. When do you think that will be done? I think you're asking the wrong person. That's Sunyang Corporation's business. But it was Mr. Jin of Sunyang that informed us that negotiation is already finished and the process can begin any time. I'm afraid that isn't the case. I'm sorry, who might the young gentleman be? Oh, he's a representative from the head office in New York. He's in charge of this merger and acquisition business. They're like, right. Excuse our manners, it's a pleasure. They're like, okay, if you say so. I know, you want to know how much power I have. And if I'm qualified to take a seat on this table to discuss important business with them because I'm so young. Howard Jin? I'm a second generation Korean American. Jin Howard, really? Howard Jin, that's the name we come up with? Okay, I guess. Is the alias Seon and I created. He works for Miracle Investments New York and oversees and manages the investment system in a branch office in South Korea. This will make them realize the financial crisis in Korea is so urgent that the firm dispatched someone from the head office. I see. Please continue. Time to throw in the bait. Sure, this merger and acquisition deal is under scrutiny by the investment evaluation team in the head office. What? Under scrutiny? But I thought the negotiation was finalized already. And they still abide by their dumb rule not to directly speak to an employee lower in rank. You're right, I told them many times that there was no need, but the guys in the head office prioritized following the protocols over the words of the CEO of the overseas branch. And I'm actually in a position where I must listen to this guy to a certain extent as he tells me the opinions of our investors in North America. With that being said, I'm sure he'll explain everything in detail. Let's revisit what happened from the start. Sunyang Corporation wanted to acquire Ajin Motors. However, they had already spent too much money to buy Hondo Steel. That was when Miracle Investments entered the scene. Our original intention was to hold ownership of Ajin Motors temporarily until Sunyang saved up enough money to buy it at a higher price. I'm sure you all have assumed that was the case. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. However, the foreign exchange crisis hit South Korea unexpectedly. The 1.2 billion won that used to be worth $1.5 billion at the time is now only $670 million at 1,800 won per dollar rate. Should the rate rise to 2,500 won per dollar, they like, $480 million. The IMF assistance has already begun. $2 billion came into the country, so I doubt it would reach 2,500 won per dollar. I'm sure it will start rising before it hits 2,000 and return to normal. South Korea only got $2 billion of $55.5 billion the IMF had promised us far. I'm sure they're going to try to renegotiate with the new administration. There is no guarantee when those $50 billion or so dollars will be coming into the country, and you know this. They're like, oh well, pretty smart. He pretty smart. Look, even he like, that's how you know you fucked. You be like, It will be 1998 very soon. I'm sure you guys, it still trips me out that I have to kind of remind myself this is way in the past, like in the 90s. I have to keep reminding myself, like, bro, you're in the 90s, fam. You're way in the back. I'm sure you guys must wrap up big business deals soon to get the influx of cash for reporting purposes, but nothing will suffice at this point. The new administration will most likely combine and close down some banks. In order for you to survive, you're in a desperate need of Miracle's money before the end of the year. Businesses that export goods earn dollars, but distributors of import products are in need. And because I have dollars in my hands, the latter ones will line up outside of my office, especially since they are in huge debt. The problem is Miracle Investments is not too confident about South Korea's resilience. What if the crisis turns out to be fatal and South Korea's economy reverts back to when it was so poor, just like after the Korean War? Boy, he putting them in the words genjutsu right now, boy. Look, they trying to keep over what he's spitting. They can't keep up with it. They can't keep up with what the boy is spitting right now. What are you trying to suggest then? I understand we are the prioritized acquisitor. We would like to forfeit that right. What do you mean by that? In other words, we'd like to withdraw. I'm sure Dayon Corp would jump in to acquire automotives once we give up. You should negotiate with them. They're like, oh, fuck. Dayon won't get involved. They're just as occupied with taking care of the financial problems. Got him. Hook, line, and sinker. Well, let's see. Gramps still ain't in the building yet. I'm sure Gramps is coming. He has to be, right? 800 million won. Are you serious? That's almost like daylight robbery. What kind of robber negotiates with a victim? You're forcing them to make a tough decision by giving them an ultimatum. He like, so? We offer 800 billion won, which is $400 million at $2,000 per won. That's the 6% of the original acquisition price. We'll transfer $400 million to the designated bank account within today. Should you accept the offer? No. They have no choice but to seriously consider the proposal. You did a good job on not giving them enough time to think, though. Corner rats always find a way out if they're given too much time. I figure this firm's stance would be useless by next year. I suppose there's something I can do to seal the deal at your terms. Yeah. He never seems to be at his wit's end. I need an advisor position within Suyin Corporation. I'll take care of the costs associated with making one. You're a quick learner when it comes to ruthless tactics. All thanks to you, Grandpa. That's what you pass down to your sons and they to their children. I only picked it up while cleaning after their mess. Alright, take a look at this. List of banks for merger and acquisitions. I've been wondering how I could utilize this list. Looks like I can finally put this to use for you. This document says the creditor group is going to be sold. Do you think this information reached the guys at the bank as well? It wouldn't have been reported to me in writing if this was public knowledge. With the exception of Dayon, I don't think anyone else knows about this. Do we have another strategy in mind? This will absolutely come in handy. Fortune is smiling on you, Dojin. They'll bite the bait straight away as soon as they find out they'll be jobless soon. I wouldn't be surprised if they run a line up in front of your office just to express their gratitude. What a shame. Had I known about this a bit earlier, I could have bargained more to bring the price down to 50% of the original offer. Dojo. Sunye will announce a corporate-wide layoff and restructuring in the beginning of next year. I see. I suppose $1 million isn't enough to entirely take care of the financial problem. He sold a few subsidiary companies in the past, but never an affiliate thus far. Wonder how many he's trying to get rid of. Probably a lot, I would assume. So you'll have to make some tough decisions. Maybe it's not so bad after all. I can use this opportunity to get rid of all the sectors across the corp that are losing business. The timing is impeccable. No one would call it unfair and protest for laying them off. I completely forgot. IMO crisis was actually a great opportunity for businesses that survived it, as well as will mark the beginning of dominance by the very few top conglomerates within the industry. I think it's about time I do things I've been holding off on. You're a full-grown adult now. I owe you a nice gift. A gift? I'll give you a few shares of the corporation. I'll include it in a restructuring plan, so purchase those at a bargain. Look at you, all happy and touched about just a few shares when you took over Sunye Motors for yourself. Sayon made a phone call to American Investments, New York, to transfer $400 million to the creditor's bank account. Next morning, a group of lawyers reviewed the agreement revised as per the terms and conditions suggested by Argent Corp's main bank, and we sealed the deal by this afternoon. I became the owner of the second largest automotive company in South Korea today. Big money. First day of the year 1998. I heard you were studying music, sang June. Grandfather? Are you trying to become a singer? No, sir. I'm studying to become a producer. A producer? Yeah, the ones that make music for singers. I know what the terms mean. Do you think I'm that old? Are you okay with it? With what? I changed my career path against your will. As long as you excel in what you have a passion for. You're like, what? Well, I'll be good, goddamn. Look at your dad and learn from him. He's the president of the biggest film company within Korea. Am I wrong? Not yet, father. I still have a long way to go. You were in the movie industry for 10 years. How come you're still not at the top? This is the year I'll take over the top spot in the film world. So please be patient. He like, what the hell is going on here? Even she like, what the hell is going on here? St. June. Yes, grandfather. Maybe I gave you the wrong example. Get whatever degree or certification you require quickly and become the best in your industry in 10 years. Of course. I'll be the best there is. Dojun like, yeah, you got it, my boy. I'm already rich in this bitch, you know what I mean? The first news that received nationwide coverage in the new year was 2 major banks being listed for sale. First was one of the biggest banks in the country that was founded under the name Joseon Savings Bank in 1929. And the other was the one that started small in the rural area in 1959 but grew to be a nationwide institution. What particularly shocked the citizens was that foreign buyers were given a priority to purchase in both cases. People were outraged because they considered banks to be some sort of vault in which wealth in the country was stored. Furthermore, the gratitude towards the IMF for the Emergency Relief Fund was soon waned, due to the realization that the IMF was taking over domestic financial institutions in exchange for lending dollars instead of granting. I was probably the one most shocked by the news. I went back and checked the notebook on which I recorded all major events I remember from my previous life but couldn't find this incident anywhere. Come to think of it, I was enjoying my life in college around this time. Of course, I didn't pay particular attention to the news back then. Damn it. I began to wonder if I could have acquired those financial institutions had I known about it, and whether I still had a chance at this point. Largest conglomerates desperately wanted to own banks but failed in previous life. Being in possession of financial institutions is like the icing on a cake. I couldn't stop thinking about how much I would need to spend to acquire the 2 banks. The joy of having to become an owner of a huge automotive company was gone in just 3 days. Instead, my eyes were fixated on a whole new prey. I was overwhelmed with a desire to hunt it down like a predator. Alright, man, so a lot of stuff happened, bro. A lot of shit happened. So, we got a better deal on the acquisition. We completed the acquisition. Now we got shares of Sun Yang. And now we're moving on to our next thing, which is banks. I got a feeling that's going to be like extremely and utterly difficult to get banks under our control. That has to be a very difficult thing to get banks. You know how much money you need to buy a bank? Shit. I'm interested to see how that's going to go. I really am. That's going to be tough, especially because we just bought the whole automotive industry. That's going to be insanely tough. But that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoy. You did make sure to drop a like, sub to the channel. Let me know what you guys think about everything that happened in the comment section below. Also, you guys want to keep up with me, Twitch, Twitter, Discord, links, all of that is in the description as well. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace.